What's up YouTube? It's me, Morgan G. Thank you for tuning into my channel. If you're new, make sure you go ahead and hit that subscribe button located at the bottom. And if you are returning, thank you for clicking this video. As you see from the title, I will be decorating my graduation cap. So that's going to be exciting, and I'm doing something new. So this segment is going to be, instead of get ready with me, it's get creative with me. So I'll be telling you guys things that I enjoyed most about my college experience, things that I did not enjoy about my college experience, just to kind of get in the mood of me graduating on tomorrow. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get this video started. I think this is the perfect opportunity for me to reflect on the positive things that came out of college rather than all of the bad stuff that happened to me while I was in college, because everybody that knows me, if you're watching this video, if you know me personally, y'all know I hated school, I hated college. It was the worst experience for me, but it's not like that for everybody. And looking back at it, like actually going through and meditating on, dang, I actually had some great moments. I went to Darton State College. It's now Albany State University. They kind of merged the schools together. But Darton State College was a 2-year school in Albany, Georgia. And I went there on a theater scholarship. So a lot of people hear me talking about film all the time and everything about film. Film this, film that. People don't know I used to be an actress. Your girl had a scholarship for acting. I sure did. It was a full-ride scholarship. And a memorable moment for me was actually getting my scholarship for Darton State. I never forget my audition. I had to go up to Albany and audition for the play. Well, I had to audition for my scholarship, and they were blown away. They only had 3 scholarships: first, second, and third place. First place had full ride. Second place had a half scholarship, and third place was like a $500 scholarship or something like that. I got first place in my scholarship, and it was super dope. And a memorable moment for me was first semester my freshman year. I got casted for one of our big productions, one of our big plays, as one of the main characters. What was the name of the play? 39 Steps. That was the name of the play. So yeah, I was casted for that. I think when I moved into my apartment in Albany, that was a fun moment. Like, I was super excited. I moved in with my best friend, and it was my first time living on my own. I had my own spot, my own room, my own this and that. So I really thought I was fly for real. But on the flip side to that, like, I didn't really have a lot of friends because I was living in an apartment. Like a lot of other people, they had a lot more friends because they were living in the dorms and they were around a lot of other people. So like, I kind of felt like that was a blessing and a curse for me, because like, I wanted to get to know people, I wanted to have friends, but I didn't have the opportunity to because of the fact that I didn't stay where everybody else stayed. A memorable moment for me was when I got my acceptance letter to transfer to Georgia State, because mind you, Darton State at the time was only a 2-year college. You only were supposed to get your associates there. And so for those of you that, well, y'all don't know, because this is something I was really keeping to myself, but I got warnings of getting kicked out of school while I was at Darton. And my best friend, she was a freaking scholar. Like, that girl is a brainiac. She's super smart, and she was graduating early. We shared an apartment, so it's like, if I don't finish when she finished, I'm gonna have to pay for this apartment all by myself or find a roommate. And I didn't want another roommate. Like, I didn't want another roommate. So I was really struggling to get my GPA up because my GPA was low. When they start sending you notifications like, we're gonna kick you out after next semester, that means like your GPA is low. And because I was having such a hard time with school and really struggling with my classes and balancing everything, I was like really depressed. So I was really trying to focus on getting my GPA up so I can leave. I didn't want to be stuck there at a 2-year university for 4 years. That was just dumb to me. So I buckled down and I retook all of my classes over the summer, and I got my GPA up, and I applied to transfer to Georgia State, and I got my acceptance letter, and I was super happy. And I tell you, I was relieved, because I'm just like, I wasn't trying to be left behind. And a lot of times, like college students, we put a timeline on ourselves on when people expect us to graduate. And so when people start asking, when is your graduation date, da 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 da, you start feeling depressed, like, or I'm behind, like, you know what I'm saying? So when I went to Georgia State, I changed my major from theater to film because I realized while I was at Darton State, it was super cool to like be in the limelight and get all of the leading roles and stuff like that. I knew I had a talent for acting, but like I wanted to be behind the scenes more. Like I wanted to be like one of the directors or doing the lighting and stuff. I wanted to learn stuff like that versus just getting all of the lead roles all the time. That was getting tiresome to me, like, because number one, like my memory can be very bad sometimes, and for me to learn a long behind script and memorize it on top of schoolwork, on top of work, like I literally had sticky notes all on my wall with my script on it, like lines of my script. When I wake up, like I would recite my lines, and it just became too hectic. So I was just like, you know, I really would like, I've always told people I want to be a director, so I switched my major to film. I broke down. I broke down and I cried. I cried in the financial aid office. I remember I walked in the financial aid office and I was already defeated. And I was talking to the lady. I was like, look, I've already applied for the Pell Grant. I've already applied for the summer grant for seniors. And I'm trying to figure out like what's next. I have a lot of questions because like this is new to me. And she was so rude to me. And I was just like, well, there has to be someone else I could speak to because there's other people here. She's like, well, yeah, you can go over there and pick another number and hopefully like they won't tell you to come back to me. And I'm just like, okay. I took a deep breath. I went over, I grabbed another ticket for a number to wait back in line, and I boo-hoo cried. I boo-hoo cried because I was trying to get done, and it was just like they didn't want me to finish. I had 2 more classes left, and I just needed them paid for, and they did not want me to finish. And so I cried. And the lady finally, like, the lady came out. I guess she was about to get lunch, and she saw me. Like, I was in the corner waiting for my number to be called. I was in the cut because I didn't want anybody to see me, but I was going through it. My face was red, my eyes were swollen, and she was like, what's going on? I was just like, nothing. Like, I didn't want to talk to her because she was just making a situation worse for me. But she was like, what's wrong? And I said nothing. And she was like, is it about the financial aid? And I was just like, yeah, like I'm over here asking you for help because I literally don't know, and you're acting like I know the answers. Like you're getting sarcastic with me, like I know the answers, and I sincerely don't know. That's why I'm coming to you for help, and you don't want to help me. I said, I don't understand how I'm literally trying to make it out of here. I'm trying to do the prestigious thing and graduate from college with a bachelor's, and you don't want to help me. And so that's when she started, you know, had the empathy for me, and she told me to come back into her office, and she had a conversation with me, and then she started breaking it down detail for detail. Now I understand they deal with tons of students every day. So when she actually took the time out to understand what I was trying to ask and helped me understand what I was asking, she gave me all the answers I needed, and I actually got the money approved right then and there when she was just wanting to turn me around. So yeah, that financial aid situation was definitely that was one of my worst moments. I had never cried that hard and that long on campus ever. And I know I'm not the only student that be crying about school, but that was a moment I literally bawled my eyes out because I was trying to get to the finish line because I was so done. I was so done with school. Like both Darton and Georgia State, when I went, like they just gave me the hardest time when it came to picking classes, and when it came to financial aid, like they gave me the hardest time, and I was just so ready to be done with it. So like when I found out I could be finished over the summer, I took the opportunity, like, I'm gonna finish over the summer. Bump y'all, I'm not staying longer than I have to because y'all stressed me all the way out. I was going through a really tough phase my spring 2018 semester because I knew I was so close. The devil was throwing everything at me. Like everything you can think of, he was throwing at me. I had a death literally every month of my spring semester. and it was a close deaths at that, and it just took a huge toll on me. And so I was in a dark space of depression and anxiety because of school, like I told you before, all of that going on with advisement and financial aid on top of my personal issues. It was just a lot for me to handle, and it was this one professor in particular, and it was an acting class. Actually, it was acting for the camera, and he would give me the hardest time. I remember I had to play a mom for something, and he couldn't critique me on my performance itself. And number one, let me tell you, we didn't have to come to class to perform in any kind of wardrobe. Like, people was literally coming in pajamas and coming in sweats. So I had on jeans, a hoodie, and some Uggs. And I did my performance, and I thought I did a good job. Everybody else told me I did a good job, but he would nitpick at me, and he would say, well, I probably wouldn't have worn those Uggs with that performance. And I'm just like, what? Like, he would knock off points for stuff like that instead of grading my performance. And I was not in the headspace to deal with that kind of stuff. Every time I went to his class, it gave me so much anxiety to the point where I started skipping his class. And at first, when I would skip his class, I would literally just like go in my car and I would cry, because it was just so much emotionally was going on and internally going on with my family and school and everything. And it's just like, I don't want to go to this man's class to be picked on. I enjoy constructive criticism, and the criticism he wasn't giving me was constructive at all, because you can't find anything to critique. Don't critique me as an individual, critique my work. And so I had to start going to therapy, because I started having panic attacks thinking about the class. But what made it funny was this man would tell me my performances were cute. Like, I'm not looking here to be cute. Like, I'm over here trying to genuinely get a good grade and genuinely provide to you what all that I can give. And you're gonna tell me that my performance was cute. All of those experiences with school and trials and tribulations really like made me stronger and made me who I am. And I'm very appreciative of my college experience, because there's been so many times I wanted to drop out. And look at me now, like, I'm about to turn up tomorrow and walk across the stage, and my family's gonna be there and supporting me. This is my cap. This was therapeutic for me, looking back on my good and my bad, and appreciating it for what it is, because I've had a lot of bad moments, but I've also had a lot of good moments, and I wouldn't trade it. I wouldn't trade it. Your girl is done. I'll be doing a vlog of my whole day of getting ready, getting my makeup done, my hair done, on the whole night for graduation on tomorrow. But this is my cap. Now I'm kind of getting excited. If you guys like this video, make sure that you like, comment, share, and subscribe. And like I always say, we're in this together. We're getting through this together. Thank you for watching.